A word for the navy. Algernon. Charles Swinburne. I, queen born of the sea, that hast borne her the mightiest of seamen on earth, bright England, whose glories adorn her and bid her rejoice in thy birth as others made mothers rejoice in births sublime. She names thee, she claims thee, the lordliest child of time. To all hers is the praise of thy story, all thine is the love of her choice, the light of her waves is thy glory, the sound of thy soul is her voice. They fear it who hear it and love not truth nor thee, they sicken, heart-stricken, who see and would not see. 3. The lords of thy fate, and thy keepers whose charge is the strength of thy ships, if now they be dreamers and sleepers, or sluggards with lies at their lips, thy haters and traitors, false friends or foes discried, might scatter and shatter too soon thy princely pride. 4. Dark Muscovy, reptile in rancour, base Germany, blatant in guile, they wait for thee riding at anchor on waters that whisper and smile. They deem thee or dream thee less living now than dead, deep sunken and drunken with sleep whence fear has fled. V. And what though thy song is thine action wax faint, and thy place be not known, while faction is grappling with faction, twin curs with thy corpse for a bone? They care not, who spare not the noise of pens or throats, who bluster and muster blind ranks and bellowing votes. 6. Let populace jangle with peerage and ministers shuffle their mobs. Mad pilots who reck not of steerage though tempest ahead of them throbes. That throbbing and sobbing of wind and gradual wave they hear not and fear not who guide thee toward thy grave. 7. No clamor of cries or of parties is worth but a whisper from thee, while only the trust of thy heart is at one with the soul of the sea. In justice her trust is whose time her tide streams keep. They sink not, they shrink not, time casts them not on sleep. 8. Sleep thou, for thy past was so royal, love hardly would bid thee take heed were Russia not faithful and loyal nor Germany guiltless of greed. No nation, in station of story less than thou, risen from prison, can stand against thee now. 9. Sleep on, is the time not a season for strong men to slumber and sleep, and wise men to palter with treason? And that they sow tares, shall they reap? The wages of ages wherein men smiled and slept, fame fails them, shame veils them, their record is not kept. X. Nay, whence is it then that we know it, what wages were theirs, and what fame? Deep voices of prophet and poet bear record against them of shame. Death, starker and darker than seals the graveyard great, entombs them and dooms them to darkness deep as fate. 11. But thou, though the world should misdoubt thee, be strong as the seas at thy side. Bind on but thine armor about thee, that girds thee with power and with pride. Where Drake stood, where Blake stood, where fame sees Nelson stand, stand thou too, and now too take thou thy fate in hand. 12. At the gate of the sea, in the gateway, they stood as the guards of thy gate. Take now but thy strengths to thee straightway, though late, we will deem it not late. Thy story, thy glory, the very soul of thee, it rose not, it grows not, it comes not save by sea.